If you're looking for the kind of partnership where you guys are more the same as opposed to having different qualities that complement each other, then this video isn't for you. But if you are looking for a strong, masculine, confident man who knows how to lead, knows how to make a plan, and is a complement to the feminine energy that you bring, values you, values your mind, and values your input, then keep watching. Because this kind of man is very particular about the woman that he chooses. Not picky, particular. It means that while the things he looks for may not actually be that long of a list, the things on that list are very important and significant to him. And to be honest, you incorporating the things we're going to go through, that's not just going to help you attract that kind of man, but it's going to help you attract all kinds of men along the spectrum so you can choose what kind of guy you want. Which is why today I'm going to go through 4 feminine qualities that guys absolutely adore in women. Before we get into that, I am excited at the one-to-one sessions I've been having with some of you. So if you want to level up your dating life, start by clicking that link below. So the first thing that guys absolutely adore in a woman is when she is his biggest cheerleader. A woman who supports him, supports his goals, supports his aspirations. Now, of course, I'm not saying that your man shouldn't do this for you, but this is something that men value so highly in a woman that he's going to choose. Be there to tell him that he can, especially when he thinks that he can't. Men know in life that they have to prove themselves. They have to prove themselves in order to get a date. They have to prove themselves in order to get a promotion. They have to prove themselves in order to get status, to be confident, intelligent, funny, you name it. When you're his biggest cheerleader, you show that you are on his team. It's one of the strongest elements of loyalty. That you are not someone that he has to prove himself to, but you are someone who makes him want to be better for. Now here's the caveat. It's so easy to support someone when everything is going really well for them. It's so easy to show support and love for someone when we see that they're succeeding and making the strides that they want to make. But the actual test of whether someone is supportive of you is when things aren't going so well. It's when someone didn't get that promotion. It's when maybe someone lost their job. Maybe they're having a bad day or a bad week. And these moments are crucial for building that connection and building that love from the man in regards to you. Because these are the moments where he feels the most exposed, where he feels vulnerable. And a woman who supports a man in these moments, that's the woman that he begins to start to fall for. He truly begins to bond with her because she shows that he can trust her. Trust her to stand by him. Sometimes women can underestimate how much of an inspiration you can be for a man. So you can be that for him if you choose to be. The next thing that men adore in a woman is a woman who can turn a house into a home. Yes, I know this seems like quite a traditional quality, but there's a reason it has worked with men for hundreds of years. And this isn't about you having to be a stay-at-home wife or to quote-unquote be in the kitchen, but it's about a woman who can turn a space into one of a loving, warm energy place of peace and comfort and love. This is the kind of woman who will be provided a house for so that she can do that for the house. I remember a time when I was dating this girl and we've been dating for a few months and I booked us a little getaway for a weekend. It was this really lovely farmhouse in the countryside and we were surrounded by nothing but fields, trees and animals of the sorts. Truly a peaceful place. So we got to the place and we unpacked and then I went straight to have a shower because I'd been driving us all day to get there. When I got out the shower and I came downstairs, when I got to the bottom of the steps, the candles in the room had already been lit. The blanket that we had brought had already been put over the sofa and I could smell the lasagna that was in the oven that she had prepared for us that night. She had brought that feeling of home so quickly into a space that barely an hour ago was a stranger to us. And notably, by the end of that weekend, she was officially my girlfriend. Okay, now it wasn't just what she did that evening that was like, okay, now she has to be my girlfriend and I never saw that in her before. Obviously, it would have been a combination of different things leading up to that point. But I'd be lying if I said that that didn't take it over the finish line for me. There were qualities about her that I was already attracted to, but this was a time where one of the qualities that I really, really loved about her showed itself undeniably to me. Now, like I said, this isn't about going back to the 1950s where you have to be a stay-at-home woman. But a woman who knows how to make a home is invaluable to a man who wants to provide a house for her to do so. This next feminine quality that men really love and appreciate in a woman is one that offers to take care of his needs. Now, before you start thinking that this is about you being a slave to a man's whim, let me assure you it's not. But first, let's get the initial needs out of the way. Yes, the sexual one. It's clearly a thing. We know men have needs when it comes to this, and honestly, it's probably one of the most consistent things we see for men around the globe about how important it is for them in a relationship. Does he have it with you? Does he want it with you? Do you want it with him? Does he enjoy the physical intimacy that you do have? And not only does he enjoy it, but do you have it frequently enough for him? Is he happy with how much you guys share that together? Now, how you decide to handle that, that's up to you. This works in your favor because if I'm gonna give you a little secret, it's really hard for a guy to tell a girl no after she's just rocked his world. Try it yourself. Next time you're with a guy that you're dating and you want something from him, ask him in the moments after you've just had really great sex. No is barely in his vocabulary in these moments. And then when he does say yes to whatever it is that you want, you could then hold him to it. Timing is everything. Now, there are other ways to help the needs of a man outside of the bedroom. While the sexual aspect is an important one, it's quite often the only one that many women focus on when dealing with men. And let me just prefix this, like I said, this isn't about being a slave to him, but it's about helping him in the rhythm of his life. Like, does he need a parcel picking up? Can you look after his dog while he's away for a weekend? Does he need something taken to his mother's house? When a man starts to rely on you for certain things, the more he relies on you, the more he realizes how much he needs you. You start to become irreplaceable to him because you've brought a level of value into his life. One that he knows that he can't be without. This next feminine quality that men really do appreciate in a woman is one who holds him accountable. In public, you show absolute favor and utter loyalty to him. It's when you're behind closed doors that if you see that he's not reaching his potential or you see that he could have done something better, then you let him know. And there's a way to do it. Now, it's true that guys tend to communicate more directly, so you don't have to worry about sugarcoating it too much, but do tell him when he's not at his best. It's amazing when you can show that you're his biggest supporter, but you also help him maintain the standards that he can get to. The very standards about him that likely attracted you to him in the first place. He'll appreciate when you can communicate to him when he's not being at his best. Not that you're judging him for it, but that you want the best for both of you. And that comes from him holding himself to the standard that you see in him. Whether you realize it or not, women have always been a big inspiration for men throughout history. Almost everything that a man does is geared towards being in a position where he can choose to be with the kind of woman that he wants to be with. Why he wants to earn more money, why he wants to get a nice car, why he wants to win that award. Yes, there is an element of a higher value man being addicted to growth and steps forward and success. But I'd be lying if I said that the byproduct of him being able to choose the kind of woman that he wants to be with isn't part of the inspiration as well. And these are moments where you can be his inspiration. Tell him the things that you love about him that maybe he didn't fulfill that day or that week. Share with him that he makes you feel safe and secure, and part of that is when he is on his game. Because the thing is, he'll already be wanting to hold himself to it, but knowing that you can also invoke him to want to be the best version of himself that not only serves him but serves the relationship, that's the kind of woman that he'll want to keep by his side. If you're looking for a guy who sparks up your love life, make sure you subscribe to this wonderful tribe. And as always, keep it slick.